Vishnupad Ashtara Shatashmad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Mahārāja Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtara Shatashmad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtara Shatashmad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtara Shatashmad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtara Shatashmad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Mahabhagavat Srila Gokshara Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Pata Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Patadash Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gopal Shah Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachay Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Bharata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kund Shama Kund Ki Jai. Shri Muna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Apara Akarashi Titi Ki Jai. Titi Palankari Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samavata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shinitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Dandavat Pranams. Sorry, just a little bit curious what these different backgrounds are like. Okay, that's kind of boring. Anyways, it's probably better not to have animation backgrounds. What's it do though? Sorry, I'm wasting your time. Okay. Hey, it's not animating anything. Sorry, I'm just playing around with these features. I shouldn't be doing this now. Okay. I want to make a little announcement. I'm not going to be doing these readings every day like I have been. I think we've been doing this since we started doing these daily readings in the beginning of Kesha Vrat. So I think it's been over 2 months, or nearly 2 months now, right? But because I need to start focusing on some other GVP projects, I'm going to be only doing something twice a week in the evenings. I don't know which day would be best. I'm thinking maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. Because Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we do a shloka thing. And then I was thinking, but Tuesdays and Thursdays we can learn a different kirtan every time. Like, I want to go over Gurudev Kripabandhu Diya, the meaning of all the words, maybe some Bengali grammar, and also how to sing the songs. So I was thinking we could do that on Tuesday and Thursday. And we'll just try it from this Ekādaśī to the next Ekādaśī. And then we can reassess it. Maybe we can change the program a bit. Add more if there's time, or anyhow, we'll just leave it open. I'm going to shut off this chat overlay thing. Okay, so today I'm going to be reading this article by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Goswami Mahārāja on the Glories of Ekādaśī. Let me share my screen with you. Yeah, so this is going to be my last reading from this Ekādaśī, and then next Ekādaśī we'll see if we want to continue doing readings again. Ekādaśī is considered favorite day of Krishna, when devotees refrain from material activities. Ekādaśī is aprakrit. Aprakrit means which is like prakrit, but is super mundane. We are warned that Ekādaśī is not mundane, though it seems to be. Because it is influenced by the moon, Ekādaśī seems to be mundane. The heat of the world and the watery portion of the body increases due to the influence of the moon, just as the high tide and low tide of the ocean are also affected by the moon. As we approach the full moon and the new moon, the watery portion of our bodies is enhanced by the movement of the earth, the moon, and the sun, and thereby the enjoying spirit is also developed. So fasting is necessary to meet with that external movement of nature. Fasting can save us from that peculiar reaction. Fasting has been recommended, and especially if one can't fast at all, then one may take some process of diet that will give less cause of excitement. Therefore, one may take anukalpa. That means like vegetables or like roots and fruits. We fast to check the senses, because the senses, by the natural flow, become more intense at that time. The result is that one will be excited and want to enjoy, to encroach on the environment. So this unfair encroachment of one's own self is to be controlled. Therefore, this fasting has been recommended. This is one way. We take some types of food and not others because they are considered to be less injurious and less exciting to the body. Also, it is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas that some particular sins are fond of taking shelter in those foods that we reject. Pap means a type of sin that is very fond of taking shelter in grains and those places which we surely want to avoid. First-class fasting means without taking water, nirjal. Those who cannot do without food may take fruit, roots, and milk. So this is, like the general, like more external reason, right? Is we don't take because all pop comes into the grains. But also, from the spiritual perspective, Krishna himself also feels more necessity for enjoyment. And when Krishna feels more necessity, the devotees have a greater chance to offer service. The time is more valuable for them because Krishna wants to enjoy, and at that time, devotees should be busy to supply the things for his enjoyment, so much so that they won't have any time for their own necessities. So the first reason is to please Krishna, and the secondary reason is that by fasting, we can make our body dry so that our enjoying spirit will be lessened. This is the general explanation. There are so many other things also. Everything is conscious. Everything is personal. And Ekādaśī has her own personal character, and she devotes herself with all of her company in the service of Krishna. With all her company, She does not take any food or anything else, and also does not allow others in her group to take food or waste time, but is always engaged in the service of Krishna. We are told that Ekādaśī and Dwadaśī are favored by Hari. The underlying cause is already explained. Hari will be pleased with any small service performed on these days. So Dwadaśī and Ekādaśī are both considered the favorite days of Krishna. Ekādaśī observance is compulsory. Though Dwadaśī is also honored as the favorite of Hari, still Ekādaśī has preference. Dwadaśī has preference over Ekādaśī only in 8 cases, determined by the combination of nakshatra, titi, etc. That's when we observe Mahadvadaśī and not Ekādaśī. On Ekādaśī and Dwadaśī, even a little service gives some greater remuneration. Remuneration means that our serving attitude and our earnestness will be enhanced at that particular time. In a deeper sense, this means that Hari at that time wants to accept more service. That is the fortune of the servitors, that Hari demands more of the servitors, so the importance for the servitors increases at that time during Ekādaśī and Dwadaśī. Also, on Dwadashi, we do not pick the leaves of Tulsi because it is considered that Tulsi Devi has observed fasting on Ekādaśī. It is also noted that service is the first consideration. Okay, the service is the first consideration. If I fast and do not take any water, then I may have to lie down and not be able to do any service to the Lord. That is not desirable. So to take anukalpa and do service to the Lord, that is better. Let me just check the connection's working. Yes, it is. Okay. Haribol, Sudevi, and Rup Manjari, and Gargaraj, and Yvette Poker. Okay. Also, from the spiritual perspective, wait, we just read this. Oh my God. I just went back for some reason. Okay. Okay, it is also noted that service is the first consideration. If I fast and do not take any water, then I may have to lie down and not be able to do any service to the Lord. That is not desirable. So, to take anukalpa and do service to the Lord is better. Service is better than sitting idly. So, if prasad seva is taken as service, this is best. But at the same time, the individual position of a devotee should be considered. The Sahajyas do not observe Ekādaśī fasting at all. They say, "Oh, we are in Vrindavan, no fasting here." But Srila Prabhupada did not like this. The Sahajya, in the name of Krishna Bhakti, goes on feeding the senses. But when necessary for the service of Krishna, to keep up the body, we take prasadam. We don't like that by fasting, the loss of energy may occur. In this way, we honor Ekādaśī. If fasting does not hamper our service, we may go on fasting. Once, on Janmashtami day, Hayagriva Brahmachari, the later Srila Bhakti Madhav Goswāmī Mahārāja, he had to arrange for Prabhupada to go to Mathura in order to observe the Purushottam Mas. Hayagriva was sent one day earlier to hire a suitable house, and that day happened to be Janmashtami. Prabhupada asked his own cook to feed Hayagriva rice on Janmashtami day. He will have to take a tedious journey and his energy will be wasted. He has an important duty to arrange that house there. That was his order. But Hayagriva hesitated, and the cook also hesitated. Anyhow, he did not take rice on Janmashtami. Instead, he took sabu, tapioca, plantain, and curd. However, if Professor Sanyal had been in such a position, he would have certainly taken rice. He was so much adherent and extremely submissive to Prabhupada's order. He would have said, "Oh, Prabhupada has asked me to take rice. I must take rice." That was his line of thought. But Hayagriva hesitated. No, it is not necessary. I am strong enough. I can do my duty." Also, when Prabhupada wanted to eat something on fasting days, he would take anukalpa. My Guru Mahārāja felt that you will get the maximum energy if you take good food and you do good service. That was his maxim. Krishna is not a liquidated party. Take full prasadam and do full service. Whatever is necessary, take it for the cause of Krishna, not for your own cause. You are Krishna's, so if you grow weak and your service is hampered, then you will be the loser. Better that my soldiers are well fed and working well. That was my Guru Mahāraja's principle. Nice article, huh? I've read this here a few times actually, but I just like to go back to it every now and then. Alright, so now we will sing a couple kirtans for Ekādaśī. First we'll sing Shuddha Bhakata, and then we'll sing Shri Hari Vasari Hari Kirtana Vidhan. I'm not going to read the translation though. If you like, you can read the translation while I sing. Because I don't want to be late for Prasad. One sec, I'm just getting my mardanga. Ashuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Bhakata Seva Paramasiddhi Premalati Karamola Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori Krishna Vasati Vasati Boli Paramaya Dare Hori Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Korayama Jesabastane Koralo Brahmana Range Se Savastana Heri Boyami Pranai Bhakata Sange Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Mridanga Vadya Shunite Mano Avasara Sada Jache Gora Vihita Kirtana Shuni Anande Hridaya Nache Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Jugala Murti Dekhi Amor Paramayananda Hoy Prasada Seva Karite Hoy Sakala Prapancha Jai Je Dine Grihe Bhajana Dekhi Grihe Te Goloka Bhai Charana Sindhu Dekhiya Ganga Sukana Sima Pai Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Tulasi Dekhi Jurai Pran Madhavato Shani Jani Gora Priya Shaka Sevane Jivana Sartaka Mani Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Bhakti Vinod Krishna Bhajane Anukula Pajaha Prati Divase Parama Sukhe Shikara Karayetaha Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamoda Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Okay, now we're going to sing the song Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidan. This is from Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur's Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhyakhanda, chapter 8. If you want to just read the translation while I sing, you can do that. Otherwise, you can sing along, whatever you like. Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidana Nritaya Bila Prabhu Jagatera Prana Punyavanta Shivasaya Gane Shubharamba Uthila Kirtana Dvani Gopala Govinda Vedanga Mandira Paje Shankakaratala Sankirtana Sange Sava Ahoila Mishala Brahmanda Bhedila Dvani Puriyaya Kasha Chodikera Amangal Jai Sabonasha Ushakala Hoite Nrita Kore Vishwambara Juta Juta Hoilo Jata Agayana Sundara Shivasa Pandita Laya Eka Sampradaya Mukunda Loyayar Janakotogaya Aloya Govinda Kosha Arakota Jana Kora Chandra Nrite Savi Korena Kirtana Doriya Bulena Neta Nanda Mahabali Alakshite Advaita Loyena Pataduli Kadadhara Adijata Sajalanayane Anande Vipala Hoila Prabhu Rakitane Jokhona Yudanda Nache Prabhu Vishwambara Prithvi Kampita Hoy Sabe Paidara Kokhono Vamadura Nachaye Vishwambara Jeno Deki Nanderana Dana Natavara Aparupa Krishna Vesha Aparupa Nrita Yanandena Yana Bhori Dheke Sabapeta Nijanande Nache Mahaprabhu Vishwambara Charanera Tala Shuni Ati Manohara Bhava Bhare Mala Nahi Rahoye Kalaya Chintiya Padaye Kiya Bhakatera Pai Chaturdike Shri Hari Mangala Sankirtana Maje Nache Jagannatha Mishranandana Jar Nama Nande Shiva Asana na jane Jai Jashe Nache Siva She Nache Apane Jar Name Valmiki Hoila Tapodana Jar Name Ajamila Pailo Muchana Jar Nama Shavana Samsara O Jar Nama Shavani Samsara Banta Goche Heno Prabhu Avatari Kale Juge Nache Jar Nama Gai Shuka Narada Bedai Sahasrabadana Prabhu Jar Gunakai Sarva Mahaprayashchita Je Prabhura Nama She Prabhu na chaye theke jata bhagyavana Prabhura Ananda Dekhi Bhagavata Gana Anone Kala Kara Yekrana Sabara Yangete Shobhe Shri Chandana Mala Anande Kayena Krishna Rase Hoi Bhola Jate Ka Vaishnava Sava Kirtanaya Veshe Na Jane Apana Deho Anna Jana Kise Jaya Krishna Murari Mukunda Vanamali Aharnisha Kaisave Hoi Kutuhali Aharnisha Bhakta Sange Nache Vishwambhara Shanti Nahi Karo Sab Sattva Kalevara E Mata Nache Maha Prabhu Vishwambhara Nishi Avashesha Matra Se Eka Prahara E Mata Ananda Hoy Navadipa Pure Prema Rase Vaikuntera Nayaka Vihare Esha Kala Punya Katha Je Kare Shavana Bhakta Sange Gora Chandre Rahutarman Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Taju Pada Jugega Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidan Nrita Arambila Prabhu Jagatera Prana Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidana Nrita Arambila Prabhu Jagatera Prana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Jaya Radha Vinod Bihari, Radha Vinod Bihari Radhe. Jaya Hari Vasa, Jaya Ekādaśī, Hari Vasa, Jaya Ekādaśī. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Rup Manjari is asking, have I ever sent this song out on the Gaudiya Kirtan newsletter? I haven't, actually. That would be a good idea. I should do that sometime, huh? Okay, I will. I'm not going to do it this time, because I already wrote most of the article that I'm supposed to send out this Ekādaśī, and it's kind of long. It's longer than I normally, than I wrote on the other ones. And I actually still need to write an introduction to it. I'm going to do that after Prasad tonight. Today's article is going to be about memorizing kirtans. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you weren't here in the beginning when I started, I made a little announcement. I've been reading every day now in the evenings since the beginning of Keshavrat, which I think was around 2 months ago. And I'm going to now be discontinuing that. Even though I really love this program, it's been really helpful for me to having, beginning of the day with Srimad Bhagavatam and ending the day with some words of our acharyas. But I'm going to now just do this twice a week because I get really good. The reason I'm doing it is because I have some GVP seva that I really need to be giving more time to. We're working on Srila Gosvāmī Mahārāja's letters right now. We're going to publish a book with all of his letters in English. Srivas is translating them all, and I'm supposed to do fidelity check and all that kind of stuff. So I need to really focus on that. And I found after Kirtan and Gurudev Samadhi and after Arti and everything, when I sit inside Gurudev's room with my laptop, I can focus really good because I'm sitting in front of Gurudev and I can't get distracted. But when I'm just in my room, my mind, it's really easy for me to get distracted. I have internet, and also I don't have Gurudev sitting on the bed there looking right down on me. So I don't feel as guilty doing wasting time. So so that's a really valuable, this is a very valuable time for me to work, if I can work in Gurudev's room. So only on, what days did I say? Tuesday and Thursdays. I want to go over a kirtan. So 2 kirtans a week. And the first kirtan I want to go over is Gurudev Kripa Bindudiya. I already went over it a little bit the day before yesterday, but I want to go over it in more detail. And we'll just kind of keep it open, see how it goes. Maybe we can have a little Bengali lessons, basics of Bengali, like just the foundational stuff so that you can understand the kirtans better. And we can find things that our acharyas said on the different topics of these kirtans. And that's what my plan is. So, this is what I've been doing with the Gaudiya Kirtan newsletter. You see, every Ekādaśī I try something new, and then we do it until the next Ekādaśī, and then we reassess what should we do now. And I think it's good to do that, having a beginning time and an ending time. Otherwise, it can just seem endless. Anyhow, so. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the Gaudiya Kirtan mailing list, you can do so at gaudiyakirtan.com. You just scroll down to the bottom, and you can put your email there. You'll see a place to enter your email. Yeah, and this article is about memorizing kirtan, and that's what I want to start doing now. Our programs, Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time that I started this. Today I started late because I was sitting in Gurudev's room doing the typing. All right, so I hope you can join in that. I'll also be posting You know, we have this WhatsApp group called Making Time for Kirtan. So before I start, I will send the link there in the Making Time for Kirtan group. All right, Jai Shri Radhe. Thanks for joining me. Oh, I haven't done Jai Dwani yet. So. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Shala Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Shala Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Shala Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Shala Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mishnupar Ashutara Shatashmad Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Mahābhagavat Śrīla Gokṣaras Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nitil Pravishto Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai Shri Rupano Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Patadash Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Raya Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Nama Chai Shri Hairas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Bharati Giri Raj Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Radha Kun Shama Kun Ki Jai Shri Mona Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Ekādaśī Tithi Ki Jai, Ekādaśī Tithi Palan Kari Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams. So yeah, for those of you who really want to get into memorizing lots of things, you can memorize, we're memorizing shlokas. Wow, 6 days a week you can be memorizing something if you're really hardcore. Because we have 2 shloka groups. One shloka group for memorizing a shloka every other day. So that is memorizing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Plus there's a bonus, now I'm making a bonus stuti shloka every week. So that's 4 shlokas a week. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll learn kirtans. You can memorize kirtans. And so, yeah, that just leaves 1 day free a week. Otherwise, there's also another shloka group where you just learn a shloka once a week. That's also available. If anybody wants to join those groups, we're on Telegram. You can just send me a private message and I can send you the link. Today was a really beautiful discussion on Vaishnava Aparad in that group. So we learned about the 6 Vaishnava Aparads. This week we're going to memorize the verses on the definition verses for Uttam, Madhyam, and Kanishta. But yeah, kirtans are much easier to memorize. And anyhow. All right, I'm going to go take prasad now. Thanks for sticking with me. Jai Shri Radhe. Haribol.